Kitkatscanread.
Hello, my name is Katie. Welcome to another video. Today's video I'm going to be bringing you the hashtag Ayearathon dates, themes for the year of 2022. If you guys don't know, if this is the first time you're hearing about it, hashtag Ayearathon is a yearly long readathon that I myself have been participating along with a few other girls for a fair few years now. Albeit that the past couple of years I haven't been participating as much because life got in the way, but it did for actually pretty much all of us. But the year 2022 I'm back, and I'm back in business. So I thought to start it off by sharing with you the themes. Basically we asked people to suggest some theme ideas and then we put them all towards some months. And then these are the months. So basically the way it works is it's the first full week of each month, and there's different themes to each month. I'm really excited about it this year because these themes are just screaming out to me and I'm feeling like I'm gonna get like loads of books read. So without further ado, let's get started. So for January it runs from the 10th to the 16th, and that is new to you series or author. So pretty plain and simple, a new series that you haven't yet started or an author that you haven't read a book from. That is, you know, it's the first month of the new year. It's a new month, it's a new year, so why not start with a new series or a new author? For the month of February, it runs from the 7th to the 13th, and for this month it's retellings. There are so many retellings out these days. They are retellings every year coming out, so many, and it doesn't have to be that you read the retelling of that story. You can read the original of it as well. So you can read Cinderella, you can read Sleeping Beauty, you can read Robin Hood, you can read The Goose Girl, you know, you don't have to read the retelling of it. But there's so many out there. You can literally look on Goodreads, or you can tweet out and ask people. Feel free to use the Ayearathon account as well on Twitter. All of the social medias of Ayearathon, the Goodreads as well as the Twitter will be linked down below, so you can like feel free to have a check of those out. So then for March we've got it from the 7th to the 13th. This is for TBR veterans and bench warmers. So what this means are books that you have put down or books that you've had waiting for a while. So for example, a book that you've owned for a few months but haven't got around to reading. I would say a few months and beyond, like not literally a brand new book that you've recently got like the past month. I'd say these are books that have been sat there waiting. They could be library books that you've literally just borrowed for a few months and just haven't got around to reading, or ebooks on your Kindle, like, or audiobooks, you know, anything like literally that you have owned that's been sat there waiting. This is a perfect opportunity to use it. You can use it for like currently reading piles or DNFing books that you want to give a second chance. Like that's great as well. For example, me, I will use it towards like my first ever book haul and book due. Like they have been sat there waiting for ages. Also my 2022 books to read, they are benched onto that TBR because they are books that I have owned for a few months to over a year, so I can simply select those books if they do fit that criteria, and because they're on the list they're benched and they're waiting to be read on the TBR. So that's pretty much what it means. It's a great way of getting those books read that you've owned for a few months and beyond. Next of all, for the month of April, it runs from the 11th to the 17th. This is a Go Green too, so you read an ebook or listen to an audiobook. Libraries have ebooks these days and audiobooks. They're great. Like I have used mine a few times, so if you don't own any you can simply borrow them from the library, but it's great. I've got so many ebooks that I just forget to read, and this is a perfect opportunity to use them, especially for like novellas or something, or you can use it like Kindle Unlimited or something. Like, yeah, it's a great way to get done and read. And audiobooks, catch up with your audiobook list, catch up with your scrib list, you know. This is a great opportunity to go green. For the month of May, it goes from the 9th to the 15th. This is to read non-fiction, autobiography or true crime books. It's basically nothing that's fictional. I've got loads of autobiographies. I've got quite a few non-fiction books. This is a great time to get those read. And lots of people really enjoy true crime books these days. You can get them from your library, or you can borrow them from a family member. But yeah, great time to read some non-fiction books, which is one of my most intimidating sections. I don't read them often enough, so it's a week long. It's great to even just get one read. For the month of June, it runs from the 6th to the 12th. This is to read adaptations. This can be like anything from a movie to a TV show or a movie TV show that is soon to be adapted, one that's been optioned, you know, you can read it towards that. Netflix even has a section on there now, I think, that's like movies or TV shows based on a book, so you can have a look at that. Or there'll be lists on Google or Goodreads, or you can simply ask people. There's just loads of movies coming out now that have been based on books anyway, like the Dune book, for example. Yeah, just so many. Spider-Man, they're based on comics, you know, so yeah, anything like that. For the month of July, it runs from the 11th to the 17th. This is to read a book that is set in a different country from you, or a book that's set in a place that you would like to visit. So this could be quite easy for me because I live in England. I could read books that are set in America. I have a lot of American writers that base their books in America, so I could read so many of those. Or I can like literally read a book that's based on somebody going on holiday to a different place, or on holiday to a different country, or like it could be, for example, a different place in the UK, because I live in the south of England, kind of around like Bournemouth, Southampton and the New Forest area. So I can read a book that's set in Scotland or Ireland or Wales or in London or something. So yeah, it can be used for any of that. For August, it's from the 8th to the 14th. That is to read some books in series or sequels to catch up with. So it's a series and sequels catch up once, basically, for the week. So let's say you read the first book beginning of the year, and this is the perfect time to get around to reading the sequel. There are loads of series that are out. There's loads of series that are coming out next year. So yeah, use this to your opportunity. So then we have the month of September, which runs from the 5th to the 11th. This is to read intimidating reads. This can be in any way that you find intimidating, whether it's for the sheer massive size of the book, or maybe it's not really a genre that you read, maybe it's from a massive series of books, maybe it's received mixed reviews and you're a little bit intimidated by that. Basically a book that you're sort of like, I want to read it, but I'm a little bit scared. Any way that you feel like is intimidating, that's a perfect opportunity. Most people tend to use it towards big books, like myself. For the month of October, it runs from the 10th to the 16th. This is to read LGBT plus or own voices novels. So it's great to get those representation books in. I have loads of LGBT books I'd like to read, and loads of own voices as well. This could be like disability rep that has been done by own voices people, like disabled people who have written books about disabled people, or like autistic people that have written books about autistic people with autistic characters, that sort of thing. Or, you know, black people with a black main character. So like, yeah, it's great to get those sort of books read and knocked off the list, like, because more people should read those sort of genres, myself including. For the month of November, it runs from the 7th to the 13th. This is to read books that are recommended to you, so you can literally just either ask people on a poll, you can use the Ayearathon account, or, you know, myself, I can retweet it for you, but tweet out, just if you're asking for something in particular, like recommend me your most recent 5-star thriller, or recommend me a series that you've read that's really, really great, anything that you'd like to read, or simply just recommend me a book to read, then yeah, just use it as that, a book that's recommended to you, or a book that you have watched a video on of somebody with their favourite books. That can be like recommended to you because they are recommending their favourite books to you. There are loads of recommendation videos on YouTube. Use BookTube for this, like it's a great way of using it. And then finally for the month of December, it's run from the 5th to the 11th, and this is to read your rereads. So I've always got rereads going, whether it's to continue on with the series, whether it's to give a book that I've read a second chance, or whether it's just that I've forgotten everything that happened from it, or whether it's because I've loved it. This is a great way to get your rereads done, and it helps you to achieve your Goodreads goal or your goals by the end of the year. But I love my rereads, always. I'm always rereading books, and it's great so they don't slump before the end of the year, because I always find rereads help me to get out of reading slumps. So yes, great to end the year on a high. So there you have it, guys. Those are the #Ayearathon months, dates and themes for the year of 2022. I hope you guys will be joining. Let me know if you're going to be joining in January with the new to you series and author. I will be coming at you with my own special video just for the #Ayearathon TBR. to let you know what books that I have chosen to go towards that week. It's already looking quite daunting and very overly ambitious, but we have to have some achievement to achieve. So yeah, I hope you guys will join me. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. All of the social media links to do with the readathon as well as myself will be linked down below in the description for you to follow and check out. I will also leave the list of dates and themes down below as well, so you can like copy and paste them and write them down into your bullet journals or your diaries, you name it, the info is there. But that's it for me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye.